Andrew is based in London, like he's put out there, and Gabriela is in Ecuador, and Jharna is in India, and Jharna has to write her name where she's from. So, of course, Andrew's going to tell us about what he does, because mediation advocacy is something that he promotes. Yes, Andrew?
Sure. I think all over the world, it's taking too long for mediators to connect to the users and to make sure that the users are trained in the most effective way to get the best result for their client. Sometimes, of course, that's a very lawyerly process, but at other times it's a very different kind of a process. And the trouble is, when you have an adversarial system, as in the common law jurisdictions, it requires the lawyers to have a change of mindset to move from what is essentially a competitive process into collaboration, and then, of course, creativity.
Yep.
And if you can sell the lawyers onto this idea that they're being creative on behalf of their clients, they tend to like it in the sense that one of the things that the law does is to suppress lawyers' creativity because of the framework in which we operate.
Yeah, Andrew, but I just get Helen in. Helen is there, but she hasn't. Helen, are you there with us?
Yes. Hello. Good morning. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Birthday.
Yes. Now you can wish me. Now we are live. But we can't see you, Helen.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Yes. How are you?
That's better.
Have you now retired? Are you now going to get involved in the activities?
Okay. The line is not good when you have my video on.
Okay. Okay. So I said, Anna, have you retired now? Are you can hear me now?
I'm sorry, I can't. The line is not so good.
Okay. So maybe you'll have to move your position somewhere. So Gabriela, please tell us about yourself.
Yes. Okay. So now
Helen,
I think is the
Helen
line better?
I'm sorry, Gabriela. We'll get Helen in. Helen.
Oh, sorry.
Age, we have to give some respect for age. So Helen is young, but she's not as young as you, for sure.
Don't worry. You can go ahead, Helen.
Oh, you're sweet. Sweet. Thank you.
So I was asking, yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't hear your question.
I was saying, have you retired now? Are you going to be involved in the activities?
Yes, I retired from being a judge after 16 years of the Tribunal Administratif du Québec, where I was doing administrative hearings and doing mediation as a judge also. And so I'm going back to private practice like I was doing before. I started practicing mediation in '94 full time. So now I'm going back to my practice.
But Helen, you owe something to the world. You have to be part of the mediation world and have part of my activities to promote mediators and mediation.
I would be honored to do that.
Oh, that'll be nice. And of course, Jasmine is here. She's a student in India, a law student. But Gabriela got left out. Gabriela, you were saying something. You were telling us about yourself and you.
Okay, now is my time.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gabriela. I'm a mediator here in Ecuador, almost 15 years. And I'm so happy to be here. I just get in contact with Vikram by LinkedIn. So I'm so happy to see you there, Vikram. And I'm so happy to be here and I can share the peace, the culture of peace all around the world. So here in Ecuador, we do a lot of mediation, but basically commercial, civil, and family mediation. So we have plenty of people doing this here in Ecuador, and all the time is growing and getting better, this activity here in Ecuador. So I'm so happy to be here, Vikram, with you and all the people around the world.
Thank you for coming in. But of course, everyone has to write the country. So Luis, how are you? Luis is in Peru. Luis is in Peru. Yep. Hi, Luis.
Yes, good morning. Hola, Gabriela. De Perú, pero esta mañana me toca estar en Argentina. So this morning I'm in Buenos Aires, Argentina for a couple days.
Yes. But I'm going to write Peru in front of your name. So,
yeah.
So Judge Haleem is here. Judge Haleem is in Bangladesh. He's a judge in Bangladesh. Dada, how are you? I can use my little Bangla also. Kaman ache, Dada?
Bangladesh.
কেমন আছে? ভালো ভালো।
Hi, you're talking Bengali, right? Yes, Dada, আমি ভালো আছি. Meaning, brother, I am well.
Yes, thank you for coming in. But everyone else, put on your
Nice to meet
videos.
you
If you
all.
put your videos on, of course Huma is connecting. I don't see anyone else because I think everyone's put their videos off. Please put your countries in front of your name so we know that we have people from all over. And of course, Sahista, you said hi in the chat. I don't look at the chats. No happy birthdays in the chat. You have to say it on record. Yes, Sahista, you have to unmute yourself and then say it. You won't get
Hello,
away with it.
sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. So it's not going to be that easy for everyone. So nicely, but we'll put it in the chat and that's it. So, but only thing I thought we were going to have a little singing. Andrew said there might be some singing. Everyone might sing happy birthday. So Nicholas, are you going to put your video on? Nicholas came in the morning. I think he had an audio issue. So he's, of course. So Nicholas, are you okay? So let Jharna tell us about herself, and then let's just get everyone to talk about their self. I will not talk about myself for sure. Yes, Jharna, do you want to tell us about yourself? Little bit.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm practicing mediator in India, and alongside, I also help mediators to build their online reputation and help them to get more clients so that they can help them to resolve their disputes. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
And
And
if we
I'm
ask,
happy to be here and interact with people.
thank you for coming in. If we ask Louis what he does wonderful work. So Louis, maybe you want to tell everyone? I know, of course, he's been on my shows. We've had if you just go to the YouTube channel, and you just search Mediator Vikram and Louis Ore, you'll find lots of activity that he's been part of. So, but Louis, please tell them on maybe a brief thing.
Well, yeah, I'm a mediator. I will always introduce myself as a reform attorney or an attorney in recovery. I do not practice law anymore. I help people to have constructive dialogue, mainly between extractive industry or disputes around natural resources, local communities, indigenous groups, and local government and national government, and that's it. And I love Ecuador because I was there 2018, almost working the whole year over there.
So you don't love any other country. You've never been to Canada. You've never been to UK. It's only Ecuador, it seems, that you like. That's very biased.
Not true. I love everywhere. Since I was a kid, I guess I do this work because I love airplanes and flying all over the place, but I'm happy. And thank you, Vikram, for connecting our mediation world.
No, this was very nice. But I like Huma came in. Huma is, of course, studying in Iran, but she's from Afghanistan. So Huma, you want to come in? You want to put your video on, or is there a signal problem?
Good afternoon. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very nicely. Yep.
Hello to all. I am Huma from Afghanistan. Now I am in Iran. I study in here. So many congratulations and a happy birthday to you.
It has to be in Persian. You can't say it in English. Persian is what I needed it.
Do you mean I say in Persian?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you going to say that in Persian or not?
Yeah. سلام وقت همگیتان بخیر. عصر همگیتان بخیر.
Wow, sounds so nice.
تولدتون مبارک باشه. انشاءالله که همیشه خوشحال، صحتمند و سرفراز باشین.
So nice.
Do you
Sounds so
understand?
nice. Yes. Oh, it doesn't matter. It sounded so nice. It just sounded no size. It doesn't matter what you said in it. It didn't matter. It just sounded really nice. So, of course, Catherine is here. She has the Association of Mediators in Greece. But Catherine, you'll have to unmute yourself. You'll have to unmute yourself. We will not be able to. I was telling Andrew that lip reading I have kind of figured out to a certain extent, but I am not so good at it. Yes, Catherine, you'll have to unmute yourself. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, now it's better.
Hello. Good afternoon to everybody. Vikram, happy birthday. Many, many happy returns. All the best. Full success. I wish you full success to what you are preparing now, which is tremendous, a tremendous work. We will try to help you as much as possible. I am very excited to be part of the circle of mediation you are creating as a mediator. And to introduce very shortly myself, I will say that I'm a mediator's trainer. I am a member of the Central Commission of Mediation of the Ministry of Justice and of 4 sub-commissions regarding serious matters which we are dealing with. And I am also the chairwoman of the Hellenic Union of Mediators since it was formed in 2010. This is a short presentation of mine. Thank you.
No, it won't be like that, Catherine. You have to wish me in Greek. Everyone has to wish me in their languages. So it has to be Greek from your side.
You want me to speak in Greek?
You just have to wish me in Greek. You can speak in English, but you have to wish me in Greek. So how would that be? Let's hear that.
I will repeat in Greek what I have just said.
Only happy birthday to me. Only happy birthday to me. Everything else is all right. We'll understand that. I want to hear what it sounds like.
What do you like me to repeat in Greek?
Just wish me a happy birthday in Greek and whatever else nice things you want to say.
Χρόνια πολλά, Vikram.
Okay.
Να είσαι καλά. Σου εύχομαι κάθε καλό. Να είσαι χιλιόχρονος και καλή επιτυχία στο μεγάλο εγχείρημα το οποίο δημιουργείς τώρα. Είμαι πολύ ευχαριστημένη που είμαι μέλος αυτού και θα προσπαθήσω να βοηθήσω όσο μπορώ. Και πάλι χρόνια πολλά και καλά.
Wow. Everyone now, she's set the base for it. At least so many nice things have to be said. So Helen is going to tell us in French. So Helen, please, in French, let's hear that.
Alors, je te souhaite mes meilleurs vœux pour ton anniversaire de naissance, Vikram. Et c'est un plaisir de te connaître et de faire partie de tes activités et de ton cercle d'amis médiateurs.
Wow.
Bonne fête.
So nice. It sounds so nice. So now what do we've got Turkish. Yonca is here. Yonca, hi.
Hi, Vikram. Firstly, I would like to extend my best wishes to you. Happy birthday. And in Turkish version, iyi ki doğdun. Mutlu yaşlar diliyorum. Yeni yaşında her şey gönlünce olsun. Mutluluk, sağlık, bereket, başarı seninle olsun.
So nice. Look, it just sounds like, I'm saying, even if you don't understand, we know you said something nice there.
Yes, sure. Definitely.
So thank you for coming. We have Grace there, but Grace, I mean, are you going to be putting your video on? Or is there a signal problem? Yes, Grace? Grace might have a signal problem. Indrani, I don't know, Indrani, I'm sure she can put her video on. Indrani.
Hi, we're having load shedding in South Africa at the moment, so I can't, but many, many happy returns of the day to you, Vikram, and all the very best. I'm sure that your ears may have been burning last night because a few of us on here, I see, we're talking very, very warmly about what amazing work you're doing in the mediation world.
So that's why my ears burn. Now I understand. I thought I was going to the doctor and get it checked what the issue was. Now I understand. So many nice people thinking about me, all those nice thoughts. I think very nice. Okay, so now I know. But otherwise, how are you, Indrani?
All right, thank you, Vikram. Not bad at all.
All right, but and everything all right in South Africa, all that?
Not at all.
Okay. Perfect. So now I think what we haven't heard, Gabriela, we haven't heard the nice things in Spanish. We haven't heard you. Yeah.
Hola con todos. Feliz cumpleaños, Vikram. Y es un gusto formar parte de este grupo de mediadores que trabajamos en pro de la cultura de paz. Y ojalá puedan salir muchos proyectos que ayuden a la gente alrededor del mundo.
Oh, that sounds nice. I'm sure you said some very nice things. But Judge Haleem, okay, Archana, I just get Archana in. Then Judge Haleem, after that, I can maybe you can tell us in Bangla, because Bangla also, I'm sure, is
Yes.
some. Okay.
Good, good evening, everyone from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum. Vikram da, আপনাকে জন্মদিনের অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা। In English, happy birthday to Vikram brother. Many many returns of the day. আমি আজকে এই এখানে আসতে পেরে বিক্রম দাকে অভিনন্দন জানাতে পেরে খুব হ্যাপি, খুব খুশি হয়েছি। এবং বিক্রম দা আমার দাদা, মাই ব্রাদার, উনি যা করছেন অত্যন্ত মেডিয়েশন সেক্টরে খুব প্রশংসনীয় কাজ করছেন এবং উনি আমার সিনিয়র। আমি ওনার শোগুলো সবসময় এনজয় করি, দেখি ব্যস্ততার কারণে অনেক সময়, বাট আমি অল টাইম ওই ইউটিউব আমি খেয়াল করি, হ্যাঁ, যত ব্যস্ত আমি থাকি। So in English, like what I told like this for my audience, I wished him on his birthday, and I told him that I always a great fan of Vikram da, and he is doing excellent work in the mediation industry, and what he is doing actually is very very beneficial for us. And how many busy I am not matter, I am always with him. I always listen to his show, although I was a guest once time, and Vikram da invited me several times, but due to lack of workload, I can't, but I am always fond of him, and I follow him on YouTube. And I am really really happy to be here with all the smiling faces and experts in the mediation center from all over the globe. Thanks from my side.
So walaikum salam, Dada, and dhanyabad. Also, you haven't told us about yourself, but Dada is a judge in Bangladesh. He's and of course he runs a mediation center also there. So Mark is here. Mark, how are you?
Happy birthday. Wonderful to see you. Big celebration today. I'm so happy to be here. And I noticed that although there is a friend from Canada, which represents North America, I'm trying to find someone else from the United States. And I think it's too early for everybody, even though it's not so early.
Yeah, no, that happened only because, look, I have to balance it out. I don't want to get divorced. So I said, let's keep it at a time so that we finish before dinner time. Otherwise, you can understand what the situation for me has been. It's not easy. So
you're reflecting something that happens with me. All of the decisions in my life have to go through the boss here. I've been married to for close to 50 years. So you know, it's it. Happy wife, happy life.
So I'll tell you, the interesting thing is that today is also our wedding anniversary. So it's both together. So the celebration is double. So that's why I have to keep that time for that.
Happy birthday.
So Archana hasn't come in. Archana. Of course. Archana, you haven't written your name. It's used Helen. Archana is also in Canada. Yes, Archana.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's wonderful. First of all, many happy returns of the day, Vikram. And of course, everyone is saying that in their mother tongue. So I would say that in Marathi, which is my mother tongue. So Vikram, तुम्हाला वाढदिवसाच्या खूप खूप शुभेच्छा. तुमच्या या उत्तम कामासाठी तुम्हाला खूप खूप दीर्घायु रोग्य लाभो हीच प्रार्थना.
Thank you very much. I kind of understand it because Marathi and Hindi have a lot of similar words. So of course I do understand part of that. But Jasmine, of course, Jasmine, how are you? Jasmine is our student here, law student. I think the youngest here for sure.
Good, sir. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you very much. And of course, thank you for being part of the conference and of your session on a life skill. Mediation, a life skill was interesting. And Sahista, how are you? Sahista is a young lawyer in India. Yes, Sahista.
So I am good, and I'm happy that I joined this celebration, and I wish you a very happy birthday. And I hope that soon I'm going to join this mediation board, as I have also done, after talking to you, I have done the ADR ODR course, which is a mediation course.
After talking to me, you should have said that I did not do any course and I'm a mediator. then that would be going in the basis that the way I talk about it. Look, if you have the natural ability, you have it.
Yes.
So it's about any other language that you can wish me in, then that'll be nice.
I can wish you in Bengali because I am from West Bengal. So जन्म आपनी के जन्मदिने अनेक अनेक बधाई शुभकामनाएं.
I'll have to maybe say it in that.
Yes.
But now what we haven't got is we haven't got Grace into the conversation and Nicholas into the conversation. Nicholas normally logs in and then disappears for coffee. Nicholas, are you there? He does that. I think what he does is he just logs in and he says, okay, my attendance is marked. And he does that in his work also, I think, with those work meetings also. He's got used to that. So Grace, yes, Grace, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good, good.
Happy birthday.
No, some other language, Grace, it won't do. English will not do.
My language, you want my mother tongue or you want Swahili?
Both.
Oh, both. Swahili ni siku njema ya kuzaliwa. Mungu akupatie miaka ingine mingi. My mother's tongue says, muthenya mwega wa guciarwo, Ngai witũ akuongerere miaka ingine ĩngĩ ya gũtũra gũkũ thĩ. God bless you, sema rathimwo muno.
So nice. But Grace, what is your mother tongue? What language is that?
Mother tongue is Kikuyu in Kenya.
Okay. So Grace is actually participating in the symposium, which is coming up in August, which is Indigenous Peoples and Mediation. So she's giving us the Kenyan perspective. Luis Ore is going to be there. He's going to give us the perspective from Peru, and anyone else wants to be part of it. Or Helen, you have to get in some people from Canada. There's a symposium coming up in August, which is Indigenous Peoples and Mediation. So I have some people coming in from Canada, but we need people from the indigenous communities to come in as speakers.
And it's interesting, Vikram, because I've done lots of mediation with indigenous people, and it's part of their culture, and it works quite well. So I will try.
Yeah, you should participate and get other people, because I feel there is lots that we need to learn from those processes, and I think we need to, of course, keep discussing it. And I don't know, we had some conversations on it in the symposium last year, but we need to add to that.
Yeah.
So in a way, I've kind of covered anyone. So now it is whoever wants to. Of course, yes, Nicholas, finally.
How are you? Finally,
Good.
Sorry, I'm on the phone because I've been struggling with a bad cold and flu-like, so I'm not going to put my camera on. But happy birthday and long time no chat.
Yes, how have you been?
And I think you made a big sacrifice by giving up your golf for everyone today.
I know. That's the big. Normally on my birthday, I do play for sure. On New Year's Day and birthdays, I play just to make sure that it keeps happening the whole year. But today,
well, like you say, you could do that after Diwali, isn't that a New Year's too? So then it happens every day. So you can do 3 days.
Yes.
So anyway, so thank you, and we'll definitely catch up. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for coming in. Yeah. So now beyond this, of course, Andrew was telling us something, but Andrew, general about yourself, the topic on mediation advocacy, we'll have a different session on that. But please tell us about yourself.
I've been mediating out of London for 30 years this year. And of course, things have changed since I started very much. I mean, if you look behind me, you can see the impact of global warming on London. And yeah, well, I wish.
How much you wish.
As it happens, it's the highest recorded temperature of all time in London today as we speak.
Which is
so it's pretty hot and sticky. We're aiming for 41.5 to 42.5
centigrade, you say?
In Celsius, yeah.
Amazing.
And it's exceeded our record by about 3 or 4 degrees. And of course, in the same way that we don't know what to do with snow and how to cope with snow, we most certainly don't know how to cope with heat. So things have just shut down, and the trains are crawling along at 3 miles an hour in order to not to get stuck on the tracks. But in all seriousness, I I've had the great good fortune to either mediate or teach in pretty much most of the jurisdictions here. And I'm due to do work for the Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation next month, and the month after APCAM, the Association of the Asia Pacific Centers of Arbitration and Mediation.
Okay.
I don't regard even my 30 years as giving me much degree of seniority in what is really a fast-moving profession. And I look to Canada for inspiration, and Australia, and the Pacific Rim countries generally. And of course, I'm very interested in looking at the jurisdictions like India, which want to have a statutory framework for the way in which this work is performed. And I have worked with Yonca on behalf of the Turkish Ministry to introduce compulsory mediation there.
Which is the worst thing you're doing. Don't force them. Don't do mandatory. We have to stay away from that. But that's another discussion by itself.
I don't believe in mandatory mediation.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
look, Andrew, you are supposed to participate in the conferences and all. That's where we discuss these things. Not on my birthday, not on what I'm celebrating as World Peacemakers Day. So today we'll take the discussion on to after Prerna comes in. Prerna was here. Yes, Prerna is here. Hi, Prerna.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Prerna.
I hope you're having a good day.
Yes, of course. Look, wonderful people around me. What else? Can it get better than that? But the only thing, Prerna, what we've done is that everyone has to wish me in their language. So which one are you going to wish me on? Is it going to be Hindi?
Aapko janamdin bahut mubarak ho.
That's all I want to hear. And of course, Isaac was coming in. So Isaac is in Ghana. Yes, Isaac. Yes, Isaac, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Happy birthday, Vikram.
Thank you very much. The system is that you have to wish me in your language, whatever languages you want to wish me in.
Okay, I'm going to speak the Cree language, which is part of the Akan language. The Vikram mema utrimkwa me bompa ese Yankopon ema onkwatintim aho. I'll reach in there. What shall see in happy birthday once again.
Thank you. So what I was thinking was, I will in the first session in the morning also I did speak about the mediation circles and the World Mediation Circle that I am putting together. So the idea being that we have mediation circles being created in every school, in every community, and which is all kinds of communities. So residential, business, issue-based, identity-based. So this is what I'm focusing on now. And there's nothing much to see on the screen anymore, so I'll shut this down. So, I mean, the general concept also is available on the recording of the morning session. So just to give you an idea, it is something that, of course, I mean, all of you should get involved in, and we'll take it forward. We'll create these mediation circles everywhere, and everyone works together. They have it's like a resource available to each other. So that's a broad thing. I don't get into. I don't know whether you people would. I don't know. We'll listen to that. Jhanna was in the morning thing. Jhanna, what is this mediation circles all about? You were taking notes.
Yes. So what I understood about it is that mediation circles is creating a space wherein people come across in two categories. One is one with the peacemakers mindset.
Jhanna, just 1 second. I think Helen wants to leave. Helen, you want to leave? Is that?
I need to leave. It's not that I want to. I have a meeting in a few minutes, and I just want to say goodbye and say how wonderful it is to be part of this circle, and how wonderful your actions are in the mediation world. And I'm looking forward to being again in a conference with all of you in a conversation.
Yeah, that symposium, please be part of that. I'll send you the details. I'll send you the details.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent. Okay, so take care, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, Jhanna, what was it all about?
Yes,
okay, Archana also has to leave. Archana also has to I mean, people who have, of course, they came in to wish and they have meetings for sure. So yes, Archana, you want to leave?
Yeah, sorry, it's our morning here, so I'll have to take a leave. But of course, the conversations continue. And once again, a lot of wishes and lots of energy for everything. And great to connect with all of you. Thank you. And I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
that I have to leave.
Thank you. And we'll see you again. And Andrew also wanted to. Yes, Andrew, you want to go now? You have some time.
I have a couple more minutes. I'm looking forward to your conference next month.
Do you want to participate in that? It's on indigenous peoples and mediation. So if you want to be
I
a
have to
speaker,
decide what indigenous people I am. So I haven't decided yet.
okay, so we'll have one session on how to check your identity. We'll have one, and then we'll
Have
take it from
a DNA test to see whether I'm a Viking or a Norman or one of the other myriad of peoples who've.
You'll find out that 80% you're an Indian. That's what you'll find out.
I should think so. A bit of Ethiopian as well, I should think.
Yes, yes. So anyway, thank you for coming in, Andrew. And of course, we'll see you some event or the other for sure.
Many happy returns. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, Saista was saying something.
Sir, actually, I have a meeting and I just joined this because I want to wish you.
Okay,
and I have to join in.
Perfect. Thank you.
Once again, happy birthday, sir. Once again.
All right, thanks. Bye. Prerna, what you have to do also is that you'll have to tell us about yourself. I know you'll be short of time also. So please tell us about yourself.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I happen to be a mediator and settled in Delhi. Basically qualified as a lawyer and now a part of the Delhi High Court also. I mean, I'm on the panel. And besides having a law firm where we kind of also do mediation matters. So the long and short of it is something, mediation, of course, I mean, everybody has a different outlook towards it. For me, it's more about being a service. And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I have to tell people how spiritual a person you are and how you bring that into the mediation. That is the important part.
Yes, actually, if anything you do from your heart and it comes naturally, I think mediation, most of us being mediators here would have experienced that every and anybody who's having an experience of pain and is in agony, I think it provides a wonderful platform, just not for them to be listened to, but I think that the fact, rather than get into the entire nitty-gritties of litigation, they're able to maintain their dignity. They are able to, of course, preserve relationships and get an outcome which is completely to their benefit and drafted by them, basically. So this is when you talk about spiritualism, yes, of course, as mediators, we hope that we remain, I mean, what spirit actually is all about, calm and composed, and of course, providing the comfort to the parties. And I think listening is a very huge part of it and forming the connect with your parties. Because ultimately, when you have a connect, the trust element also kind of, gets, I would say, strengthened. And that, of course, when you're kind of when the parties are trying to talk about their grievances and their issues and challenges in life, and there is somebody there, and I think you are a blessed soul if you are there to provide any kind of thing which comes naturally to you. And I think as a mediator, if you are of that viewpoint that yes, spirituality is also a hardcore component of this area, I think that's the way it sinks in with me. Yes.
But I think what happened was in the conference, we had one session on terminology and mediation. And Jeannie, who works in the community mediation, said all this terminology has come from the court system, like parties. Let's not call them parties. Let's call them participants. Let's not say opening statement. Let's say orientation. I mean, so we're looking at language from a perspective that it is a different process, bringing them into part of it as they feel part of it, rather than being against each other. So that was wanting to put that across, because you said parties, so I just trying to remember that. I keep obviously repeat it also because I think we need to change terminology on a lot of things.
So Vikram, also the fact that, at times the mind gets conditioned to certain aspects of the terminologies. you know, I mean, I kind of agree with you that maybe, you know, for some, the fact that they are being addressed as parties may not really, you know, be the right term. But at times, you know, even if you are trying to use that term, it necessarily doesn't have to give it a different dimension, or which it might be taken in a, you know, I would say what you mentioned, that let's not term them as parties. But you know what happens at times, you do term them because that's the way you've been kind of.
That's what I'm saying, is because it came out of the court system, and because finally we have to change all that. And Mark is changing all the concept of how lawyers also practice. Mark, you haven't told us about yourself. I mean, everyone, I have heard about you, but.
So yes, I started mediation when I was part of the court system, primarily in the family court, which was about 40 years ago. And within the past 30 some odd years, I've been teaching a course to law students. The course is called Alternative Dispute Resolution, which is ADR, which these days, even the term itself is not used, right? It's some people say appropriate dispute resolution. Some people just get rid of the word alternative altogether and call it dispute resolution. So I completely agree with this discussion about how the law has infiltrated this sort of idea of mediation. But it's interesting that in my experience, without the courts advocating mediation, I don't think that mediation would be where it is today.
Mark, you're taking this is a very controversial thing. You know, you never do this with me. You know, that'll be like 2 hours. I'll talk about it. We won't go this direction at all. At all. Don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, so I'll tell you about ADR. What I've done is I don't know, one of my posts also I put it out in brackets. My ADR. I'm calling it amicable dispute resolution.
Okay. Okay.
So let's put out some other terminology. Everyone is playing with terminology. I should also put out some terminology.
Yeah. But I was going to add you know, before I created the controversy, I was going to add that that I see that mediation has grown from the ground up. It has grown from lawyers who have found that the court system doesn't work, the adversarial process doesn't work, and individual lawyers, more than anything, have been in the forefront. And because of that, mediation has really become mediation. I mean, in the connection with a case.
Mark, you're going in a direction which I'm not going to let you go, because I'm going to then have to counter it. We're not going to go there. World Peacemakers Day. What message do you want to send out on World Peacemakers Day? Let's put that out. What is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day? That's my celebration. Yep.
I was going to say, one thing that we don't do when we're mediating is we normally don't interrupt the person who's speaking.
With me, you will see a lot of interruptions happening. I even put people on mute, and I don't let them unmute themselves also. You don't know. You'll get used to it, Mark. Look, I'll tell you very clear. Because I'll tell you what happens is you take it in a certain direction. Yeah. I will have to then go into that direction because I have to put my view across. Now, that'll take at least 2-3 hours of mine to go through that. So that's why I don't let people go there. I have to channelize that conversation in a direction where the relevancy. Right now, we're celebrating World Peacemakers Day. We can't discuss everything on every day. Every day the conference had its own discussion. We discuss certain things there. World Peacemakers Day, we have larger discussions on nice things about where we are going in relation to mediation. That's why the World Mediation Circle I was trying to talk about, that creating those mediation circles. Jhanna kind of came in, but then we'll come back to her. But I think important thing, let's start with Gabriela. Gabriela, what is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day?
Well, actually, I don't know. I think people on Mediator have a really important role all around the world, and is to work with people based in empathy and in equality all around the world. So I think that is our big role in what we do, and we love to mediate and communicate peace all around the world. So let's hear each other, let's listen to each other before acting or before take any decision all around the world. That's, I think, that's my message, looking for peace all around the world.
Okay, nice message. Now, Catherine is going to give her message. Catherine, your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day. I'm celebrating today as World Peacemakers Day because peacemakers need to be celebrated. No one else is doing it, so I decided might as well I do it. So, what is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day?
My message is that mediators, we should try the best we can to overcome the obstacles which are put, unfortunately, by lawyers. I'm a lawyer myself, but I must say that most of the obstacles are due to lawyers. And lawyers are reacting because, to my opinion, they are not well informed about mediation. They are absolutely convinced that they will lose clients if they do mediation. Now, the recent law on mediation, 4640 of 2019, provides an obligation of the lawyer to inform his client before submitting any lawsuit to the court, to inform the client by filling a form in writing and having the client sign this form, that there are ways, that there are ADRs. This is one step, but it is not enough, to my opinion. It is a formality. The main thing is to convince lawyers about the utility of mediation, not only to solve commercial, civil, and other disputes, but also to create a mentality for peace and peaceful relations between people in all sectors, in family, in workplaces, in business places, all over our life. We have to be in peace first with ourselves and after with others. And to my opinion, because I strongly believe in mediation, and since many, many years, I'm convinced that mediation is the best tool to have people learn about empathy, about understanding each other, and about helping each other to live in peace. This is my.
And you've got a double thumbs up from Gabriela on the fact of mediation. So that's a double thumbs up. Now, Luis is going to give us the, okay, first, I think, Luis, before you start, I think we've got Andrea here. We have to say hi to her. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Vikram.
How are
Apologies
you?
for being late. I had to do an airport run. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. And of course, the format here is that you have to speak in Irish. You have to wish me in Irish and all the nice things. Do not just wish me, go beyond that, say some nice things beyond that. So how is it going to be?
Gwella Hunadit is happy birthday. So it's
something or more, Andrea. You can't just leave it at that. Some nice things. Some people that have gone on for 1 minute.
Yeah, but Vikram, you put me on the spot now. I'm only just
That's what I do. You know I do that. That's what I do. The two things I do. I put people on the spot and I mute them when they should. Like what Mark is, of course, experienced. So both those things happen. Yes, Andrea. So that's it.
Are the birthday celebrations good so far?
Yes. Only thing, like I told you, only thing Mark has been put on mute when he should not have been put on mute. That's the only thing in the celebration that he doesn't like. Everything else is good. And of course, I mean, you haven't met some people here. You met some people, but we'll, of course, right now we are going around asking people about what their message for the world is on World Peacemakers Day, because I'm celebrating that. It's also my birthday. I said, but okay, let's pick up a day. I said, let's pick up this day to celebrate because I feel they should be celebrated. And I put down in my post why they should be. So what we're doing is now Luis is going to give us his message for the world on World Peacemakers Day. Yes, Luis.
Well, Louis' message will always be much more important than me, so he can go first.
You'll come in. You'll come in,
Andrea.
You'll come
no way. That's not true. And I just realized that Vikram is a very smart guy because he chose his wedding day for not forgetting the name because of his birthday. Now he's not going to forget the Peacemakers World Day because of his birthday. You're a clever man and we love you, man. So my message is just we need to fish for more mediators, identify more peacemakers because we need at least more peacemakers mindsets around the world, and we can help shift those paradigms, frameworks, or mindsets to engage more people in a more constructive ways to search or build sustainable development for the benefit of all. That's it, my friends.
Nice. But Janna, the thing is, we'll come to the World Mediation Circle. I think we'll first go around. What is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day?
I think my message would be to support your initiatives, even if it means a small bit, even if it means as small as simply sharing up the post or, helping people to understand how amazing it is to make peace, not only with people around yourself, but also with yourself. And yes, live peacefully with each other. So yes, that would be my message.
Okay, now Prerna had to leave, so let's get Prerna's message to the world on Peacemakers, World Peacemakers Day. Prerna, you there? You said you want to leave early?
Yeah, so I just want to just extend a message saying that, live and let live. So that is something, I think where there are not many complications. And when we look at society at large, it's the youth which I feel, if they are trained and they are aware of the conflict management programs, that is where actually we'll be able to create a lot of, I think, goodwill. If, this message about peace, when you talk about peace, it just doesn't happen with a snap of a finger, right? So it is something which has to become a part of your personality. You have to be a peaceful human being, be able to emit peace and be able to spread it. So I think for me, it means that to bring in, I think when we talk about the children in school particularly, I think when you start training their minds, it's all about training your minds, and how they because see, everybody realizes conflict does exist, will exist in the past and the future, and what, no matter how much hard we try, any relationship is never bereft of any conflict. But how we deal with it and how we are able to kind of, communication, of course, is a very big element of I think, spreading peace, the way we communicate, the way we conduct ourselves. And I think the body language, the verbal, the non-verbal communications, that all is a part of it. And for me, I think the long and short of it is that we will be able to spread peace if we actually start living it ourselves. End of the day, it's all about us,
Yeah. From what you said, I'll just pick up from there. But Lisa's come in and she said she wanted to sing to me. So first we'll give her the opportunity. Yes, Lisa, what did you want to sing? You said you wanted to sing something.
Nice. I'm just saying happy birthday, right? Come on, everybody join me.
But that is the person we needed for so long. Now, the only thing they have to do is they have to unmute themselves and sing. They think they'll do it while they're muted. Look.
And yes, and it'll be so fun because we'll all be on a different time and it'll sound terrible to him. So it'll be great.
No, you'll all work together. So this is what's going to happen. Are you going to you're going to start everyone off on a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing?
I am. Come on, guys. We have to sing happy birthday to Vikram. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to Vikram. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Vikram.
Happy birthday. And different languages.
Yes, that's what was happening.
Great group. Yeah. It is a wonderful group. Yay!
That's what we were missing, Lisa.
What a perfect thing now. Now there's going to be world peace because we all sang happy birthday.
Exactly. On World Peacemakers Day. Yes, you did.
Yes,
that.
And in different languages and in different time zones and in different ways. So that is the perfect way to start peace, because that's what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. That's the right way to do it. Once we do that, first everything also has to start with singing. Once you start singing, everything comes together. So but I was just going to Prerna. Prerna said something. Look, Prerna, the thing is, look,
my joke is, and you can have this joke too, that last name is Singh. So everybody says, can you sing? And I say, I sing in the key of H. That's the end of the name. And there is no key of H. So it means I don't sing.
Okay, so I'll tell you, this is not a joke. This actually happened somewhere. So in some class, one teacher said, Vikram, sing. I said, no, I can't sing. I don't know how to sing. That's actually happened. So Prerna, basically, I'll tell you what. One is, of course, speaking about conflict. I have decided I'm focused on dispute. So it's dispute resolution, revolution, the conflict being the larger thing. You people, I'm sure, of course, have nice things to do there. So, but Gabriela wanted to leave. So, Gabriela, want to leave now? You want to say bye to everyone?
Bye, everybody. Nice to meet you all around the world. And I hope we can keep in touch, okay? To work together.
Oh,
bye,
Gabriela.
Thank you for coming in. Bye.
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 Okay, bye-bye, everybody. Happy to meet you all.
Grace, you have to give your message to the world on World Peacemakers Day before you leave.
Okay, my message today is that we all, mediators, we try to keep peace, and during our work, we preach peace, and we should become, or we should be a good role model of the peace. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Grace, and of course, looking forward to your session in the symposium.
I feel like everybody's leaving because I came. I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have come.
You shouldn't have made them sing. That's what you. Now they don't know what you're going to make them do next.
Now they're running away. No. And Indrani, I love Indrani, and I haven't seen her forever.
Indrani, I haven't seen her. She hasn't shown herself to us now.
I love you as much. No, we've got load shedding here, so
I understand.
Not on video, but we'll catch up on WhatsApp. We'll have a video call soon.
Basically, the situation is her government is keeping her in the dark. That's what her situation is.
Oh no.
Maybe this might be a good time to share my message, Vikram.
Yes, Indrani, please.
Thank you. So I was thinking that as we all have awakened to the possibility of a peaceful world as mediators, that we must continue to show love and much empathy, and also pray to our gods, to shift the mindsets of leaders who pretty much are in the mindset of greed and corruption, to one of, servitude to the people that they have under their leadership. And I've no doubt that in a few decades to come, that there's going to be this magnificent shift. And for us to be playing a role in our respective practices is definitely a change in the right direction. So yeah, that's what my wish and prayer is.
Thank you for that message. The thing is that the World Mediation Circle and Mediation Circles, actually the idea is, I'll take you there. I'll take it in steps. I'll just go to what Prerna said about the children. So we create this mediation circle in each school. So these children, and I'm saying we don't need to teach them anything. Everyone goes in and say, oh, we'll teach you about conflict management and all that. What I'm saying is just go there, tell them you know everything. Identify those children who are already doing it. They are already children in schools, and children have already identified them. I ask children everywhere. I ask them of this question: that is there someone in your school who helps people or helps children in resolving the dispute? And they come out with names. So we have those people. Just to create that environment is what we have to do. That this is something that is actually beneficial to your community. And so you do that in communities, and I just get those people out there, create the atmosphere. The peacemakers come together. I've divided them into two categories. One is the mediators who actually do the process, and the peacemakers who get them together. So you create those circles in every community, every school, And from there, I'm saying that what we finally, of course, had a discussion in the conference on mediators as leaders and leaders as mediators. So this is where, Indrani, what you were getting at, I'm saying that what is already happening, how the politics happens, activism happens, advocacy happens, let that continue. That's happening there. On this end, when we get these children and in the communities, those people who have the mediator mindset, and we take them forward and they are valued in those communities, in that society, those people then will actually can lead those communities in a manner which is in a fair, reasonable kind of a discussion they can have with governments, with whatever social problems within the communities, with the communities. So I mean, that's the role that they will play. I mean, these are of course discussions for another day. I will keep having discussion on the World Mediation Circle, but this is where the idea is that let's get these people who have that mindset. Let's create that environment, that atmosphere around that, where this process is valued, those people are valued. Slowly, the people who actually understand their sort of collaborative way of resolving disputes is what they want to do. Those people get together. So that's your circle. And that keeps expanding as people see the benefit of it. And then we, from what local level goes to state level, to national level, to global level. So, and then at the same time, we set this up at the global level. So your global issues, your climate change issues. So you set up on the global level, on the global climate change, your mediation circle. Then you have a country-wise, state-wise, down to the community. So it's like a circle going up and down kind of thing. So this is, I mean, that's the idea behind it. A work in progress. Definitely, we'll be refining it. But we had a good discussion in the morning, so that's already recorded. So I don't want to repeat that. I wanted Jhanna to give us her thought from that. So she'll give it later now. But I think we'll just get everyone to get their message through. So we'll do that first. So thank you, Indrani. That what you said is actually where that direction is going. But with a different set of people, the people who are already there, we don't want to start banging our head against the wall kind of thing.
Sure.
Let's just
let me offer congratulations for this brainchild, Vikram, because it's very, very practical. And it certainly is going to shift in the direction that we all pray and hope for. Thanks, Vikram. Well done, as always.
Thank you. So now we have to get Judge Haleem in. Judge Haleem is going to give us his message for the world on World Mediator. The Prerna is wanting to leave, as I can see.
Thank you.
Okay, see you.
Can wait, Prerna, before you leave, can you just give me a brief synopsis of what you said? Because I came in the last part and I didn't hear the whole thing.
It's all recorded, Lisa. It's all recorded.
Oh.
You can, yes, you don't have the excuse now.
I wanted to hear it from her beautiful face.
Exactly, just to keep her here. Now you just want to.
It's been a wonderful evening, and I'm all my prayers for the mediator community to grow and blossom, and of course for Mr. Vikram that that he's taken this initiative. May God bless him doubly. And thank you so
Brenda,
much.
why did that Mr. come in front of my name? Why did that happen? We don't want that. Please, to be removed from the record.
Okay, done. Thank you so much. Thank you, and catch you all on another day. Thank you.
Thank you, Prerna, for coming.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Judge Haleem wanted to say something, but Judge Haleem, we can't hear you. I think there is a problem with the mic. We can't hear you. That looks nice, actually. Someone is talking without saying anything. So it looks really nice. But he's talking to us. Is Judge Haleem talking to us, or he's talking on the phone? Judge Haleem, we can't hear you. Your mic isn't working. Oh, yeah. It was all looking very nice when you were talking. I think sounds of silence are also very nice. No, yeah.
Now I think you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little.
My view is like that. Peace should be the ultimate goal of the globe, right? Where we live. Without peace, we can't live. Lots of disputes, right? In various areas, like family, like society, like state, even in my profession, everywhere disputes. So only one solution is peace, and how it can be acquired. So many people say like many ways, but my view, mediation is the only way to acquire the permanent peace. So we should work together, all the mediators over the globe, to make the people, making them aware. Especially here, we are from some developed countries, we are some less developed countries, we are some very poor countries. So there is a lot of difference in the mediation sector in say like USA, like in Bangladesh, or like African country. So we can exchange our views, we can make our connectivity, right, to work together to set up peace. Thank you. And it is the motto of the day today.
Thank you. Good, nice. Your nice thoughts. Sheila ji is here. Sheila ji, how are you?
Welcome.
I
So
think,
Vikram, I'm at my office from the morning, right? It's already 7:30 here. I should.
no, not a problem. Not a
pardon,
problem. Thank you for coming.
I should leave, right?
Thank you for coming.
From 9 a.m. to from 9 a.m. I mean, yeah.
Did you pass some good judgments? Did you send some? I mean, did you do some justice sitting there? What happened today? Is something good happened on your chair or not? Yes, Judge Haleem? Did you do some good justice activity there?
Oh, definitely. I am also there. You see that I'm a judge, but also a mediator also, right?
Yeah.
So for my new friends here, I represent the it's a organization. It's a BIMAC, Bangladesh International Mediation and Arbitration Center. So I'm a judge in one side. I'm also working as a mediator in the other side. And I am working hard to set up the mediation system in Bangladesh, right?
I'll tell you, Judge Haleem, the situation is that the judiciary is the one who's creating all the backlog. And if the judges go and set up institutions on that, they are feeding work to their own institutions because justice is delayed in the courts. But we won't get into that. That's another discussion for another day. We won't get into that. So thank you, Judge Haleem, for coming in. Thank you. So Sheila ji, you were coming in. I think you were saying something. Sheila ji, get out. Yeah. So, Andrea, what is your message for the world?
My car is loading there, right? Beg pardon.
All right. Thank you very much, Judge Haleem. See you then. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Andrea, what is your message?
I suppose for me, the message is not to give up, because it can get quite disheartening because it's a slow process. Changing the way people think, the way they work around conflict is huge. And what we're all doing is just creating, a little ripple and hoping that ripple will spread out. I suppose, Vikram, using your analogy of the circle, and it's that ripple spreads out across the circle. And I think really for all of us, in whatever way we can, wherever we can, it's to use what we know as mediators, as peacekeepers, and to really, I suppose, with our children, not just our own children, but children we come into contact with workmates we come into contact with people in our communities, to constantly reiterate the message that there is another way to deal with conflict. And really, it doesn't have to be that scary. There's such a fear around disputes and conflict, and so people go on the defensive and they protect their area and who they are and their identity, and it's that fear. So I think most people, if you ask them, they want peace, and what we have to do as peacemakers is to help remove the fear. So because sometimes for peace we have to give up that feeling of wanting to protect ourselves. And when we let go of that protection or that need to protect ourselves, we actually are more able to take a step towards peace. So as peacemakers, because I think most people in this world want peace, if you ask them, it's what we need to do is to help remove the fear. And the fear is, that fear of, if I don't protect myself, who will? Or if I don't protect myself, I'm in trouble. So for me, that's what it is. It's about removing the fear, addressing conflict as something that can offer us new opportunities, and to realize that everybody really, the majority of people in this world want peace. And it's just to try and find a way towards that. And I think each of us in our own way contribute towards that. And I think what happens with a forum that you've given us, Vikram, is that we can, join together and that force gets much bigger. So I suppose that's my message for today, is to help remove the fear.
No,
and I think we move towards peace when we remove the fear.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that the idea is that we keep making a bigger circle and we get good people in it and people with the mediator mindset in every corner of the world. And all of them are connected. I mean, that's why I said World Mediation Circle being, let everyone they should feel part of the larger thing, but actually also be doing things in their own mediation circle, in their community, in their school. So it will work both ways. The only thing, I mean, Judge Haleem said that mediation is the way. What I'm saying is that these peacemakers, you don't have to push everyone into mediation. Even getting people to sit together is by itself important. So if they can do that, and then next step, let it be mediation. I'm not saying that, you must straight away go for mediation. So these peacemakers will have that role also. So you have the mediators, you have the peacemakers, and of course, as it grows, let's see. But let's get Huma's view in. Huma, what is your message from Iran and Afghanistan for the world on World Peacemakers Day?
Okay, thank you, Vikram. Just I wanted to say, mediator as a peacemaker. So the mediator trying to solve the problem and the obstacle. So if we think without any peacemaker, so living as a social living is too difficult for all human in the world. Actually, social living needs peacemaker and mediator to living in a peace environment. Thank you so much. Again, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Huma. And Huma is going to be creating one mediation circle in her university in Iran. She's attempting to do it. Of course, it's a slow process. She's getting people together. So that's happening on that end. And Lolia is here. Lolia, we had a very nice discussion where Lolia's daughter came in, her husband came in. Husband is a person with a mediator mindset. He helps his friends to resolve disputes. Her daughter is, of course, a peacemaker, and she gave us a name of a boy in her school who helps children resolve disputes. So in one session, we actually had all that. Hi, Laulia.
Hi, happy birthday. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for coming in. And the only thing, Lolia, the format here is you have to wish me in your language. Now, whatever languages, your wish.
The only language I speak is English.
No, they won't do. We need one more language. Whatever that other language is.
Gibberish.
That's a good one. That's the one when your signal goes and you still keep wishing someone and the signal cracks all the way through. So maybe we'll have to do that. No, Loli, I'm sure there is something in Nigeria. I'm sure there is some other language that you speak. It cannot be. Is it only English?
But not happy birthday. That's the last thing I think anyone actually learns in a language, to be honest.
Oh my God. That's
I
so
actually
sad.
don't know how to say happy birthday.
All the
I
abuses,
know, right?
all the abuses people know in all languages. Happy
Yes, that's what you start with.
Good. So okay. So Nanchang has some nice languages. Hi, Nanchang. What is the plan? Are you going to unmute yourself or not?
Good afternoon.
Hi, Nanchang.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. But
yes, but you don't look as if you are celebrating anything.
What? Nanja, you have to wish me in your is there any other language you can wish me in other than English?
Yes, but my language sounds like Chinese.
Good.
Just
your
name.
name sounds like Chinese also.
It's good. So I thought you wear your Indian dress and to show that you're actually celebrating.
Let me tell
something.
you this. Of course, I should not say Chinese because obviously it's a Tibetan dress, and Tibet, of course, China has taken over, so it becomes a Chinese in that sense. It's a Tibetan dress. Yeah, so it's a So that's what they wear in Tibet. So that's where it's.
Okay.
It hasn't come from there because we have a Tibetan government in exile in India. Yeah, so
Okay. So are we supposed to sing a happy birthday song or something?
Some people have already done that. You've come in late, so Lolia and you have to do it separately.
Oh.
You did it yourself. Isaac was here. I think Isaac was here before that. So, but only thing, Nanchang, some other language. Yeah, what is this? It's only English for you. It's so sad. I'm sure there is some other language you can wish me in.
We have, okay. Just as Lolia said, happy birthday in languages is very strange, actually. Just
So
as
bad,
she said.
so bad, so bad. Okay, can you give us all the abuses that you know in all the languages in the world?
That one is everywhere.
Can you see that? This is what's happening. This is how our
yes
language has become like that. Okay, so it doesn't
I
matter.
was just imagining what is happy birthday
Lolia's got
in
something. Lolia's got something. So yes. Yes, Lolia. You have something for
I was
us?
going to greet you in my language.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can greet you in my language. Say, hello, how are you? So it's simple. Tobra.
That's it?
That's it. That's how are you?
Okay. Tobra. And then after that,
and then you say, I'm fine, which is Ibim.
Perfect. What did you use Google Translate, is it?
No.
That's what she's done.
No. No, it's an actual language.
No, I'm sure it is, but the amount of time you took, it seems that you went, checked on Google Translate. And came.
No, because you put me on the spot for birthday, happy birthday, and I don't even know what that is. So, but if I'm going to say something in my language, and I can at least say the simple stuff like, how are you? Instead of an insult, I'll tell you things like, how are you? Hope you're fine.
Okay, but I think, Lolia, what you have to do is tell everyone about that discussion that we had on the mediation circles and your view of it, because I put it out in my words, but of course, with you being someone who's been part of the discussion, what did you take back? What was your, what would you want to tell us about that?
Okay, so with our conversation, we talked about mediation circles with regards to our communities. So I talked about my residential area, the community where I live, and creating a mediation circle there where I speak to the residents about who are the people that are good with settling disputes in the community, and charging those people with the responsibility of helping settle disputes that come up within the residents in the community. We also spoke about schools. So my daughter came downstairs because I thought we were talking about kids and older kids, basically, who would understand the whole concept of dispute resolution and, so on and so forth. But Vikram wanted us to look at even the younger kids. So my daughter, she's 8 years old. We brought her downstairs to kind of talk to her and see if she understood the whole idea of dispute resolution, which she did. She was able to identify a few kids in her school as the people who are
Is she there? Why don't you call
Sorry,
her?
no, that's it.
Okay, that's
no, my younger one, Elaine. So she was able to identify a few kids in her school who are good at resolving disputes. And Vikram also asked her to take the conversation further, to see if other kids can always, refer their, not disputes per se, but whatever arguments or issues that they may have to those children. And I would also speak to the schools to kind of set up a system where it accommodates that sort of conversation with the children. And then, of course, my husband came into the conversation as well. He's a natural mediator. So Vikram, also asked him to keep doing what he was doing, because obviously with his family and his friends, he's the first port of call when they have an issue. They need him to kind of be the go-between and settle whatever disputes that they have in there. So that was more or less the crux of the conversation that day.
So basically,
So,
the
yeah.
idea being that a mediation circle to be created in the school, Eleanor School. Henry does that with between his friends and people he knows,
Yes.
talks about that. And Henry I mean, the fact is that if required, there can be co-mediations. Lolia comes in, but JP is here. We have to say hi to JP. Hi, JP. JP came in the morning, but JP was on in his car.
Hi, how are you, Vikram?
Good. I hope you're not on the road now.
Yes, going back home now.
My God, imagine he's a senior advocate, but he also is kind of runs a mediation center in the court in India. And why in the morning he was going to court, now he's going back. What? And he should be out there only mediating, and he has to get his livelihood from litigation, which is what we need to change, JP. We have to change this. How will we do that?
Of course, I agree with you, Vikram. But it'll take a little more time. I'm only very hopeful.
Yeah, so that's what we have to work towards. When we can get JP to be doing only mediation, that means there we have been successful in taking mediation to the people.
I'm also waiting for that day, Vikram.
No, that's what we're working on. We're going to do that.
Yes.
So Lolia was telling us about her experience, how this mediation circles that I'm trying to develop around the world. So I spoke to her, but Eleanor would have been nice, Lolia, if you got Eleanor into the picture also. That would have been a good conversation. People would have heard her.
Yeah, they're supposed to be having lunch. So she sneaked off to come and see what I'm doing.
Okay, so what needs to be done now is, of course, that circle part of it. We already know. We know what we are going to be doing. So
Yes,
we'll have those discussions. So
yes.
what you need to do is just tell us about yourself and your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day.
Okay, well, I'm a trained lawyer, but I'm now a mediation advocate and a mediation attorney. I train as well. So I do a couple of trainings every now and then. What is my message for the world? Just practice world peace, smile. It's not always that serious, you know. Conflict can easily be resolved through good communication and just, you know, as simple as just, it's not everything that's a fight. It's not everything that needs to be, you know, taken so seriously. Some of these things are simple issues that can be resolved through good communication. So yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
in short.
Perfect. So now we need Lisa to tell us give her message. After that, JP, we're coming to you. Lisa's giving her message. Of course, Lisa, you can tell us a little bit about yourself also, and then your message.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that right now. I was still listening to everyone.
No one is ready. They're ever ready when they come here on my shows. Ever. Everyone's going to be put on the spot for sure. You know that.
That is true. That is true. So it's interesting because I'm still thinking how complex this is. It's not so easy. I wish it was as easy as you said, Vikram, but I think it's not. Yesterday, I was facilitating a conference about really working together for climate change, and all of these players, all of these organizations, you know, need these skills, and there are some people who have it, but others that don't, and so they find it really helpful to have the skills to be able to talk to one another, which is mediation skills. But what really struck me was listening to how important it is right now, because there was one gentleman in Chad, and there are people starving because of the climate and what's happening with the climate. And his question was, how do we get it out there? How do we really get people to gather around it so we can solve the problems rather than fighting over the resources? So I get frustrated, you know, because it's very complex, and I feel like as a society right now, it's more important than ever that we come together. Like, these gatherings are important because we see each other and we hear each other, and we know that we are all in the same, we have the same goals, and we share that no matter where we are in the globe. But I think it's more important than ever to gather this force together, because we are going to need it to solve the very serious problems that are coming down the pike. And more than ever, we're going to need people that will help us talk to one another so that we can solve the problems together rather than apart.
So that's what the idea behind those mediation circle was, this, that in Chad, these people are having that little discussion in relation to climate change. So they create that there. And then you have, of course, on a global level, so they each are talking to each other, they're connected to each other, so they support each other, bring in their own experience, their own expertise to them. So that's how, that's a whole, I mean, there'll be circles by themselves in that one area only, climate change mediation circles. So that's going to happen on one end. So, but Lisa, if briefly, why don't you tell us about yourself so we know where you're coming from with your experience and everything. It's short, but please. We don't want all the 40 years to be discussed here.
I only laugh because I don't know where I'm coming from. I'm still finding myself. I come from all over the place.
Imagine a person doesn't know where she's coming from. How does she know where she's going? That's
exactly. No, and I've been a mediator since 1996. I've lived in many different countries. I really just I really feel happy to hear different stories and different people, because I think it widens us. So in general, I mean, as a mediator, an independent mediator, a facilitator, I've done that. I've worked in the communities, and I just keep doing that. And because I really believe in the power that we have as human beings to connect, and that we are all connected, but we just don't see it. And if we can just start seeing how connected we are, that it would create a tsunami of peace.
Okay, so my goal now is, one, so that JP can practice as a mediator full time, and the other is Lisa is positive about things. She doesn't get negative about what is happening around the world. Little bit on that. That's my goal now. So JP, please, what is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day? Because that's celebrating today as World Peacemakers Day.
Vikram, I don't know whether I am actually competent to deliver any message, but yes, when we started our journey in the mediation world, the most important part was, being a lawyer in India, people perceive lawyers as people who take money, don't work, are take money, go on strikes. So all kind of negative image people had of lawyers. And so when we started the mediation movement, the important part was that I was once, I am ordinarily media shy, but once I had to go because of my chairman being a sitting judge. He couldn't go on live on our national network. And when I told the commentator that, we do a lot of work which is done pro bono, trying to resolve disputes between the parties. And he said, this is a facet of the lawyer's profession. The society doesn't know that lawyers can do also something good. So that's the thing that, keeps prodding us to move towards what we are doing. Yes, I agree with Lisa that when I started this journey, I didn't feel that, it was something very, very difficult that we are doing. But I realized, when I hear Professor Joel Lee talking about NPL, NLP and all these, nuances of mediator skills, that is not an easy job. But my message again would be that, we are doing a great job as peacemakers, because, world is today riddled with disputes, and as was rightly said, that we are all human beings, and, everything that we want to do can be resolved. Any kind of dispute can be resolved across the table. unfortunately, like, since we do not have those requisite skills, so we are not able to take that conversation or the communication forward. And the result is that all those disputes ultimately land up in court or like result in violence. And this is what we are actually experiencing all over the world. And so this is the best forum. I mean, and when Vikram does this, I mean, I'm really surprised how does he find so much of time and the commitment. I mean, I talk about my passion, but look at the commitment that Vikram has shown. I mean, he's as keen golfer as I am, but I don't get so much of time to do what he's doing. But this is something very great, Vikram, that you put people together on the same platform. And we call it, we call it in, I mean, this is a buzzword that when we started mediation, it's a mediation family. And all mediators all across the globe, we are part of a larger family, and all of us getting together, as Lisa said, we can bring about a tsunami. Yep. And this is exactly what is required. And Vikram, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, JP. Look, I'll tell you also about the platform is that you being the senior advocate that you are, after you, I have Jasmine who's going to speak, who's a law student. The idea is let's get voices at all levels, everyone. So Jasmine, what is your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day?
I think I am not qualified to give a message yet. Like, I'm just a student right now. I haven't actually begun my mediation practice. But I do believe that peacemaking is an important part of the world. It's important to resolve any dispute because the world needs it right now much more than ever. Because the kind of things we see on news, like violence, communal violence, or other types of violence, it can be resolved if the world moves towards peace. So peace is much needed, and any effort, whether formal or informal, is much appreciated if that helps a community in any way. So yeah.
But Jasmine, now what is going to happen is all those things that you're watching on television, all these negative things, first of all, you're going to stop doing that and you're going to put your time in promoting mediation and mediators. Okay, no negativity to be brought into the house. Now only positive things. Everyone, you're going to, like JP said, bringing people together and having conversation. That's what you're going to do in your college, mediation circle in your college, which is coming up. Okay, those nice things you're going to spend time on, right? So now we'll get Isaac. Isaac is also a young, enthusiastic, passionate person. But Isaac also, are you there, Isaac?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. What is your message, Isaac?
Okay, thank you. My message as we celebrate International Peacemakers Day is that we should all see disputes as an avenue to chart a new path and to also change some social constructions that have been existed in for long and to make a headway which will be beneficial to all of us. So when conflict comes, we should make time for it and settle. There is no perfect answer. We can all work together as one. Happy International Peace Day. Thank you.
Let's make it world. I said World Peacemakers Day. I want to make it larger than international. International means limited countries. World means the entire world. But Isaac, what you have to do is you have to tell us a little bit about yourself up till Nanchang puts his video on and he tells us about himself. So Isaac, briefly about yourself. What good things are you doing in Ghana?
Okay, I'm currently the director for programs for Institute of Paralegal Leadership Studies. We are into training of mediators, arbitrators, and other ADR practitioners. And also, I work for Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners as their administrator. We manage the members that we train so that we can continue to build their capacity and also regulate their practice. And secondly, as a corporate social responsibility, I manage Center for Citizens Empowerment, who offer free mediation services to the vulnerable and poor in society, and also provide some level of legal representation for them. So for information as the mediation circles and all that, tomorrow I am starting a pilot project on peer mediation in some selected schools in the Volta region of Ghana, which is about 3 to 4 hours away from Accra, the capital city where I am. So I'll be going there tomorrow morning. I'll stay there from Wednesday, Thursday to Friday. We are hoping to visit about 10 schools So if all the schools, the 10 schools are ready, we'll be able to visit them. The first instance we're going to talk to is going to be a sensitization program to all the children at the JSS level. Our sister, the JSS level are people who are like 12 years, 13 years, and around sometime 14. Going to talk to such people, and also based on the sensitization, we'll be able to identify some of them who have mediators mindsets, and from there, it is our hope that we'll be able to establish peer mediation and peace clubs in those schools. And if the pilot project is successful, we will spread it across that entire region and also across the entire country. That is the larger picture. Yeah.
But Isaac, are you going there saying that we are coming to teach you something, or are you going there telling them you know everything? Which approach are you taking? The latter approach, is my approach. So are you taking that approach or not?
The concept is that they themselves resolve issues among themselves, as you indicated. So it's a matter of identifying those people who have been helping them to resolve the issue. That is one aspect. And another aspect is those who are also willing to be part of that noble profession. We want people to know that yes, mediation is a noble profession, and there should be a time somebody will go to school and say that when I finish, I want to become a mediator. And that is the focus of the project. Yeah.
But what about our debate on whether it's a way of life or a profession? That's going to be another debate on another day. Is it a profession or is it a way of life? Okay. So Nanchang, Andrea wants to leave. Is that what the situation is, Andrea? You're going to say bye to everyone before leaving?
Sorry, I have to go to another appointment, but thank you all so much. Vikram, have a wonderful birthday. You deserve nothing but the best today, and for all you do to make this world a better place. So thank you from me. Yeah,
thank you very much, Andrea. And thank you for being part of my shows and events. Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye. But only Nanchang is the one left out. His message has not gone out. Nanchang, your message to the world on World Peacemakers Day. What is it?
But there's a number. Is it mistake
or
fresh one?
Let me see.
Where are you? You're in your office or in the
Can
court?
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My name is Nanchang Nanguang. I'm not a Chinese man anyway. I'm from Nigeria. Yes, I'm a lawyer. I'm the principal partner of N. Nanchang & Co. I'm also an ADR practitioner, as in I'm a mediator, I'm an arbitrator. I'm a mediation advocate. I also facilitate and do ADR trainings. I'm the founder of Settlement House Nigeria. It's an institution that is into ADR training, awareness, sensitizations, skill enhancement, in alternative dispute resolution. It also does training and certification in those areas. Today, we are celebrating Mr. Vikram as a world peacemaker. And I want to use this opportunity. Yes, I want to use this opportunity to say that Mr. Vikram is doing a great job. I think this day is actually worth celebrating because he has done a lot. He has had more impact than internationally, worldwide. A lot of people who are into peacemaking, are into mediation and alternative dispute resolution are somehow restricted to their own sphere or their own country. But Mr. Vikram has broken that barrier through a revolution, and then I know that his messages are seen and heard loudly all over the world, in Nigeria, in India itself and all other parts of the world. I know that his messages have gone far. So I want to use this avenue to say that we need more peacemakers. We need more mediators. We need more conflict resolution practitioners and experts, from primary school to secondary school, to our communities, to our workplaces, to our businesses, you know, in all spheres of life. We need people who are going to help people resolve issues and matters. When you go to the court, for example, you see that matters that are not supposed to be there, they are there, including family issues that are supposed to be discussed, possibly in camera. You see them being exposed. But where people become aware of ADR and peacemaking, and they equip themselves to become instrumental, I think it will go a long way. So I will use this avenue to say to everybody in the world, assuming you don't know about peacemaking, assuming you don't know about alternative dispute resolution, assuming you don't know that matters and disputes can be resolved out of court, this is an opportunity. You can go over some of these videos, some of this conference, some of this symposium that has been made. They are out there. Once you type Vikram, you know, his name is very distinct. I know that other people bear Vikram, but his name, Mediator Vikram, is very special. You will see a lot of materials. I want to also thank him for making available materials in diverse and different areas of alternative dispute resolution. That wouldn't be possible. In fact, I know that I've attended several trainings that you have to pay a lot of money to be able to attend a specialized kind of training. But during the conference, we have done trainings and we have talked about specialists talking about the theme, you know, mediation and movies, mediation and different aspects of. So that on its own has served as a body of materials and that people can refer to for guidance, for understanding, and for those who want to go into mediation. We have made during the conference, we have made it very clear that it is not the matter of getting certifications. It is the matter of, are you a born mediator? Are you interested in helping people resolve conflict and disputes? Is that the passion you have? Then you are a mediator. All that you need to do is that you go in there, begin the work, and if you need to enhance your skills of settlement or peacemaking, you can go for further trainings. But we are saying that it is not just the certificates, yes, the certification that makes you a mediator or a peacemaker. There are people that their jobs naturally, that is what they do. It's just that they have not realized and actually attach value or monetary value to them. So I will say that the materials are out there, the videos are out there, everything that we need to give anybody a guidance as to what he needs to do, they are all available. So I will say that let people come on board, let people explore those materials, and then we want to hear that there is a revolution in the world, so that even people in the villages will begin to know that they are practicing alternative dispute resolution and they can earn from it. Very, very important. It's not that you help people resolve dispute, but let it be a career. Let it be something, a profession you can practice and earn and take care of your family and your friends from it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Look, whenever you talk, now these clips of yours is what I need. He has his passion when he talks. It's lovely to listen to, and of course all the nice things you've said. And please clarify, I have not paid you to say all that. It has come from the heart. Thank you very much.
Yes, no, there is nothing like payment now. I have not seen Vikram face to face, and you know, it's interesting. No, these are they are just realities. They are just the truth. There's nothing like maybe payment or whatsoever. It's just the truth. Because if you go out there, if you see institutions, organizations that are into ADR, go and check. They organize seminars, trainings that some persons cannot afford. But these materials go out there. Some of these symposiums, some of these trainings, some of these conference, all the topics that are discussed, they are all there online. And if you want to find an area, you want to talk about a particular area, or you want to gain an understanding in a particular area of alternative dispute resolution, it's just for you to go online. That thing is available. But if it were a training, I know that by now they must have pulled it out of the net for those who attended. It will not be available because it is a training that they intend to earn from it. But these bodies of materials are available, and what is courtesy, Mr. Vikram. So it's just the truth. There is nothing but the truth in respect of this.
No, thank you. Very nice. I'm coming back to you 1 minute after Catherine wants to say something. I have something to tell you about the next stage. This stage has happened. Lots of free resource available. Now stage 2 has to happen. Yes, Catherine, you were saying something.
Thank you very much, Vikram, for giving me the floor. I just wanted to add something very important, which you have pointed out when I have done my presentation 2 weeks ago, which is that we have to send the message to the mediators that to be peacemakers, they should not drag people into mediation by underlining all the negative points and aspects of judiciary. This is not the good way to make of mediators peacemakers. They should try to bring people to mediation by pointing out the advantages of mediation. This is the important thing. And because I believe your message was very important, I wanted to repeat it today. Before I wish you again a happy birthday, all the best, my warmest congratulations for all the tremendous work you are doing, and for asking you to please keep in touch. And I expect for instructions to be part of the circle. Thank you very much again
Thank
for
you, Catherine.
everything.
Thank you
All
very
the
much.
best.
Yeah, nice words of encouragement and appreciation are always nice. It's to see, at least you feel nice that yes, somewhere you're doing something which is touching people in various parts of the world. Constantia is here. Constantia is on the same situation as JP. I will get her in 1 minute. But I think important thing, Catherine, I think this is what we really need to point out, that please do not push people in and tell them to settle because the judiciary is inefficient. They will take so much time. That's not our way. It might have gone through that route because it came from the court system, but we have to say, look, you have to be collaborative. You must work together. The humanistic approach, the values-based negotiations and discussions and dialogue, that's the way we have to promote it. So that, and thank you for pointing it out, because that's something I keep talking about. So, okay, so Henry is here. Henry wants to say hi, Henry.
Happy birthday.
Our mediator, how are you?
I'm all right. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Henry. Henry is our born mediator.
How's your day coming?
So he's someone who's going to take it forward. Thank you, Henry. You're going to be part of the activities now. But Lolia, what about
running away?
Yeah, I know he wants to keep running away. We are going to get you to sit down one of these days. Please meet Henry. Please meet everyone. Meet Catherine. Catherine is in Greece. Catherine, that's Henry. Can you hear Catherine?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so Henry is here. Henry is Lolia's husband. We were having a discussion on the mediation circle, and we brought him into the discussion, and we find out that he's already doing it with his friends, and he is the mediator for the friends. I said, please, these are the people we need. Please come into the circle. So he's coming. After some time, Lolia is going to bring her daughter in, who told us about some child in her school who has that mediator mindset. She's going to bring her in also at some stage. So Catherine is doing amazing work in Greece. Then, of course, Lisa's there. Lisa, Henry.
Nice meeting you.
Isaac is in Ghana. Isaac is, of course, a busy man. He's on his own trip right now. Isaac, please say hi to Henry.
Okay. Come again.
Say hi to Henry. Henry is Lolia's husband, and he is the person with the mediator mindset. These are the people we need.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Henry. Yes, good to meet you. I'm good. You?
Let me bring Constantia in. Constantia, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Vikram. Hi, everyone. I'm fine. A Brazilian lost in New York temporarily, but joining you for this great birthday party.
Good. So are we going to see you or are we not going to see you? Yes, we are going to see you.
Nice meeting you all. Hi, Lisa.
But this is your opportunity, Constantia. I haven't heard the happy birthday. I have to hear it in Portuguese also.
That was going to be my next line. Parabéns para você. Parabéns para você. Muitos anos de vida. Many years to come. Well, our Portuguese version of a happy birthday song is quite extensive. It's not so short like the English version because we Latins are very prolific.
So we have time, Constantia. You can take us to the entire song if there is a song.
I'll send it to you. I'll get the link of the complete.
Constantia, come off it. You can't do that. It has to come from you. It has to come from.
Perhaps I'm going to have my granddaughter join me. Vem cantar parabéns aqui.
Yes.
Okay. This is my.
Hello.
This is my granddaughter. They are presently moving living out of New York, in Connecticut, and I'm visiting and babysitting.
What's her name? What's her name, Constantia?
Just a minute because I have my earphone, so I.
É hoje a festa de aniversário do meu amigo. Okay, she speaks fluently in English, so go ahead.
Yes, but what's your name? Hello.
I'm Sophia.
So, Sophia, you want to meet everyone here? Can you
Yes.
see everyone? That's
Yeah,
Lisa. Lisa's there. Lisa's in the US.
Hi, Lisa.
Isaac is there. He's in Ghana. Lolia's in Nigeria. Nanchang has just appeared from somewhere. He's in Nigeria. So maybe you can't see. He's somewhere on the road in India. So that's how it is.
Great meeting you all and seeing Lisa again.
But Constantia, now the song. We need the song.
Okay,
Yes.
let's sing. Vamos cantar parabéns para ele em português. Parabéns para você nessa data querida. Muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida. Hey!
Yeah, wow, that was nice. All of you could have unmuted and at least clapped with them. That would have been nice. everyone is on mute, just listening. So thank you very much.
I thank you for being here and this great, wonderful birthday party with you.
But
friends.
But first we need both of you to give us your message on World Peacemakers Day. What is your message to the world on World Peacemakers Day? Your granddaughter also has to give it.
Okay, let's think about it. Who could ask for more? And that's all we need now. It's peace, love, understanding, solidarity. We need sunny days like the ones we're having here. Clear sunny days, skies, blue skies. But we have to work for them. Huh? And as long as they happen, we have to enjoy them.
Yep.
And as human beings, we're made to be happy and make everyone else happy. Because when we are happy, I used to say I'm lucky because I'm happy, and I'm happy because I'm lucky. But it's all a relation. It's a relationship type of equation. So it doesn't work unilaterally.
Now we have to hear your granddaughter, her message for the world. What is your message?
Cool. Today's peacemaking day. What's your message to the world? Be nice.
Something more than that. Come on.
Something more than that.
Something more than that.
Yes, you have to send a message out to all the children and grown-ups Because look, your thought process is what we need. We've gone through enough world. We don't think we've done enough. What you are going to do, bring the message that you will bring is important. So please tell us, what do you want us to do? Where do you want us to go? What do you want us to do? Please.
I don't know.
Something, come off it. It can't be that simple. You're not going to get out of it that easily.
But I have to go to camp soon.
I caught her. No, it's my fault because I caught her on the way to her camp, sailing camp class. So she needs to get set ready, and she in 5 minutes, baby, she will leave. So
okay. So Constantia, before she goes, let's ask her one question. Is there someone in your school who helps kids solve their fights, helps them resolve their fights? Is there someone in your class, in your school? What's the person's name?
So she's called, wait, what's her name again?
what does she do?
Her name is Mrs. Ramirez, and she helps us. She has a box, and we put in a note. And if we want to talk, you just write your problem, and then she'll ask you to come to her office, so you'll talk about it.
So we need some children. We need children in your school and class who are the sorts whom you can go to, and when you have fights within yourselves, they are the ones. We need the children. The teachers are there, yes.
Children don't do that. Children do not do that.
Yeah.
Why is that? You don't have any child in your school or in your class who's the sort who can help you with your friends? There's no friend of yours?
No, I have a lot of friends.
Of the kind who will help you resolve your fights? Is like those kind of friends?
Sometimes they just don't really care.
That's not a good message. We don't want this message to go out. We have to make them
let's
care.
let's keep the box for the meantime. Yeah, working.
No, Constantia will not give. Okay, now Constantia, the situation is, earlier I used to keep saying, Constantia, that my whole objective is when you can practice as a full-time mediator. Now we have JP. Are you with me? Yeah. So the whole idea was that if Constantia can practice as a full-time mediator, my job is done. Now we have JP here. He's a senior advocate in India. He's still practicing. He's a litigative lawyer. So now we have to, he's also now in that category. We have to make sure he can practice as a full-time mediator. So that's what we have. Another example here, Constantia. But we have our peacemaker here. Eleanor is here. Yeah,
delighted to meet you.
Okay, so JP is of course. Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Eleanor.
I'll just get you, Eleanor.
Happy birthday, Vikram.
Thank you very much. I'm going to come to you, Eleanor, in 1 minute. JP is saying something. So yes, JP, Constantia was my example all the time. She's someone in my last symposium. She said in her lifetime she wants to see that she can practice as a full-time mediator. And I kept giving her example after that. That if in my work I can reach that level and Constantia as a full-time mediator, my job is done. So now JP, you're also in that category.
I'm sure that that you're doing a great job bringing people, and yes, of course, it is a dream. Once you succeed, and all of us succeed. It's not only you succeed. I mean, if you can bring about this to happen, that will be the greatest day of my life, especially when I leave this world. That it is important that you get people. I mean, today I really feel that all the strife, all the disputes that are happening around the world, we wish we could sit across the table and resolve them. Lynching and street fights and all kinds of things that are happening. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we are, again, as was said, rightly said, that we are all human beings. We have the same traits. But unfortunately, look at what is happening. So therefore, yes, it's a great mission. And I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. And I'm also looking forward to that day, Vikram, I'll sit next to you and do the same thing.
Yes, that's when change will happen. But now you look, we have the young people, JP. We have Eleanor here. Eleanor is going to be people like her. Eleanor, how are you? But I can't hear you now. What happened? You were much louder earlier, where I could actually hear you. That happy birthday that you sent, I heard it properly. Yes, now much better. So you're going to now tell us your message for the world on World Peacemakers Day. What is your message?
Spread love and not war.
Yes, great. That's the message we need. And are you working on that whole project that I gave you, finding those children?
Yes.
So when are we going to meet on that?
Let's say next week.
Perfect. So next week we're going to sit on this. And do you think we can get some or more children who have that mindset into the discussion?
Yes.
So your mother will arrange that and let's have a conversation with them. Right? And when is Elaine going to be ready for all this? Elaine is going to be ready soon. Yeah. So Constantia, here we have a whole family of peacemakers and mediators. So Lolia is a mediator practicing in Nigeria. Her husband does it with her friends and family. Eleanor is creating in her school a mediation circle. She's going to do that. So look, this is what we need. Everyone should get together and do this. That's when change will happen. Yep. So yeah. So Constantia, any other what else are you going to tell us about yourself? Because you haven't told us about yourself. You'll have to unmute yourself. That will be step 1. Yes.
Wow. What should I say about myself? Not only from my early beginning as a mediator, as a person, I've been very assertive as far as my life plans are concerned since ever, and mediation has been a top priority for the coming years, for the last 5 years, and this is mostly what I do. You know, we have this a very popular saying here in Portuguese that when you get stuck to an idea, to a project, you know, you only think you get quote paranoid. So my life, my present life, is in this assertive way that I recognize myself is being geared toward this objective. And apart from this, I'm a very, like I've mentioned before, my main role in life for the last 9 years being a grandma, personally speaking. And this helps me a lot, the way I see life, the way I evaluate my goals in life. And I'm also a very proud mother of 3. They're presently, all of them are graduated now, working on their postgrad.
Constantia, 1 second. I'm just putting you on pause for 1 second. JP wanted to leave. I want him to say bye to everyone before he leaves.
Okay. I need to leave too. So
bye, JP. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Vikram. Just had another meeting lined up at 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you all.
Nice meeting you. See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I have to leave as well.
Okay,
yeah,
Lolia.
so me first.
We're meeting next week. We're meeting next week. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
See you. They will see you.
Take
all
care.
Right. Bye.
Nice
Thanks.
meeting you, everyone. Bye.
Just when Constantia is telling Luisa, you can't leave right now. Constantia is telling us about herself. Please, you can't do that. Yes, Constantia, I'm sorry. You were telling us about your children, about the 3 children that you have. Please.
Yeah, and they, like I said, you know, this is very important for me to look back and see how much I have achieved in my personal life. And children and grandchildren mean a lot. And the fact that they're successful, they're healthy, they are welcome in every walks of life where they go. So it makes me a very grateful person. And being grateful also helps me in my day-to-day job, because the moment I can recognize and feel it, I can empathize with people in a more transparent, in a more legitimate way. And again, I'm a very simple lady as far as my goals in life are concerned. I like to travel. I like to dance. Dancing's been a hobby for many years now, and I really have a lot of fun out of it. I practice regularly. I wish I could practice more. And this is something I meditate. I do transcendental meditation for some years now, and this is something I also enjoy and has been very helpful to my in this self-knowledge process. And we all know how much this is important for us as mediators too. You know, I mentioned that to you already. All this groups where for the mediation, the meditation, the dancing, for instance, areas where I go to and from very comfortably, because I find lots of similarity as far as the languages and the aspects, the goals, and sometimes I have to I don't get lost, but I feel so comfortable in going from one to the other that I have some difficulty in trying to distinguish very clearly where this message comes exactly from. If this is mediation only, if this is meditation, and it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Good. Now we have to just get Lisa in. But Lisa, why is Arpana and Misha, why are they not here with us? Why is Rami not with us? They don't have messages for the world?
No, Arpana wanted to be, she wanted to go in the evening, but I think she couldn't stay awake, even though it was still earlier for her. So that was the problem. And today it's also very early in the morning. So she is at work. That's the problem. But otherwise, she definitely wanted to be there. And I know she has a message for the world. And Rami is working upstairs.
So sad. When are we going to get him in front of the camera? That's the day. That's going to be the day when peace will happen. When his message.
That'll be a miracle.
Yeah. Constantia, that's Lisa's husband, who doesn't come in front of the camera, but he listens to everything I talk about, and he gives his comments from the back, but he doesn't come in front. The only problem is I don't know whom I'm talking to. Am I talking to Lisa or Rami? I never know.
No, I have headphones. He doesn't hear anything now with my headphones. Poor fellow. He doesn't get to comment. He only comments on what I say. And then I will get, oh, you shouldn't have said it that way. You should have said it this way. Like, oh, well, great, thanks.
But Constantia, what you missed out was on Nanchang's passionate he is very passionate about all these things about promoting mediation and all. You have to listen to him. When you go back, maybe you can listen to the recording. In the conference also, there was one session we had, and of course I keep talking about this whole thing about certifications and all, and he had such nice things to say about how some people are left out because of that. In villages, those people don't have those options, and then they are made to feel like the lesser practicing people, although they are actually doing such good work on the ground level. So he had some very nice things to say. So that was good. So I think at this stage, what I can do, Constantia, any other message for Isaac or for Lisa or for Nanchang? Any message for them?
No, but Nanchang, that was the same issue we had in the US, because professional mediators wanted to have certification and community mediators, and we were trying to get mediators in the community, within the community, and they're always treated as if they're not as skilled. And yet they actually, the fact is that the community mediators are better mediators because they are mediating more complex emotional issues and more complex issues, and at a level, where there is a lot going on. So, I mean, I think that's something that is mistaken everywhere, that we don't really have enough respect for people who have those skills to really work within the community and work on a high level of emotion, a high level of complexity. Yeah.
I hope Nanchang is listening. Well, Nanchang also.
I hope so too.
Yeah, but he can listen to the recording later. So that's how it is. Constantia, there is a yes.
I'm listening. Yes.
Very important thing Lisa has just said on this aspect, which is what you were saying. It's a continuation of what you were saying in the conference, that some people are made to feel like lesser mediators just because some people have put this whole certification thing in as some kind of major kind of a entry kind of thing. So he was talking about how it's an entry barrier for some people. But Constantia, there is a symposium coming up next month, which is on indigenous peoples and mediation. So please, from Brazil, we need people to come in. So if you know anyone who can contribute to that, you want to contribute to it, please tell me.
I will. I'm not an expert on indigenous issues, but I'll definitely look for people who can help on this. And before I go, we're talking about community mediation, and it came up to me a suggestion for those who haven't heard of it. But I guess this is very common. But I had the opportunity to visit this place back in 2017 in Brooklyn. It's called the Red Hook Justice Center. It's a pioneer experience back from many years ago. I don't know, perhaps 10, 20 years ago. And this community center in Brooklyn that was the physical place was previously when Brooklyn was a very dangerous neighborhood before all the renovation process happened. But in this school, there was a very significant event that took place. This black teacher was murdered, and it stirred up this movement that ended up years later with the renovation of the whole neighborhood, and the school became this community justice center. And in there, among other things, one thing that really caught my attention was the fact that they have teenagers as mediators. It's a peer-to-peer mediation. So these teenagers are qualified and trained as mediators, and they act as mediators within the space of the community center, and they are brought other teenagers who have committed major crimes or infractions. And it was very, I was very touched by the experience because they have their specific roles as mediators, as lawyers. They act more or less as lawyers, and there is a judge. And during the course of the trial, there's some mediation happening. I'm not so much familiar with this type of work in the States, but this is something that we're trying to not only based on my experience, but we're already trying to adapt this model to the Brazilian reality, not in the judicial environment, but in private schools.
Okay, so which is now the attempt. I don't know whether you heard about. We were part of that thing when we were talking about the World Mediation Circle and the Mediation Circles, but this is what now the focus for me is, to be able to do that in every school, every community. So we'll of course have those meetings. We'll discuss that. So at this point of time, I'm going to ask all of you to please, if you have some closing remarks, concluding remarks, anything, please. So Lisa is the first one. We give age some respect here, Lisa.
Oh, good. I get something for being old. No. First, I want to say that it's really nice. It is a very, it seems like the appropriate way to celebrate your birthday is with this going forward with thoughts of peace. And it's an appropriate topic. So I just want to say to everyone that we are all in this together. We are all working together. And I really celebrate being able to be in the company of all of you as well. So, and I wish the world well. Yay!
But Lisa, you also have to be, your birthday is coming up, and we have to celebrate that on the 24th. So what I've done, Constantia, now is I've asked people whose birthdays are coming up to tell me if there's a topic which is close to their heart they want to discuss. So we'll celebrate Lisa on the 24th, and I've asked her to give the topic. She hasn't given the topic yet, but
we're going to talk about the mediator soul, the inner journey of a mediator.
Perfect. So that's done. Please, if you want to send me a little, okay, maybe I'll listen to the recording, but please just type it out and send it. And I'm going to put it out.
Inspired by Constantia, because she was talking about her inner journey while you were talking. I said, that's it. That's my topic. So it is about all of our own inner journey and the work that we do on ourselves, not just the work that we do for others. But the work that we do for ourselves, because we have to constantly be working on ourselves to be able to do what we are doing.
Okay, now first you have to say hi to Marina. Marina was watching it on Facebook, so I asked her to come in. So let's just say hi to her.
Marina.
It's connecting. Her audio is connecting right now. So because it's so nice for people. Hi, Marina. Because if someone is watching, it's so nice. And of course, she did repost the post also, which is another good step. So Marina, you want to say hi to everyone? She will. So, but of course, Constantia, your birthday is a little far away. We will celebrate it. We will celebrate it, and we'll celebrate you on that day. But you have to be part of the celebration when we do the others. So when Lisa's birthday is coming up on the 24th, what time do you want to start, Lisa? What time do you want to do this? We should start with 7 o'clock India time?
7:30.
7:30. Okay, 7:30 India time. Because you do understand that I also have to balance the other side also. It can't be too late.
I know.
So we still want to get Marina into the conversation. I hope she comes in. But otherwise, Isaac, when is your birthday? Can't hear you.
It was 14th January. You forgot.
Okay, sometime.
You called me on that day.
Yeah. Well, I sort of asked you instead of checking on this. So, and Nanchang, what about you? Nanchang, are you listening? Okay.
My birthday, right? 31st
Of every
of
month.
August.
Okay, thank you. You said that other every month.
Yes, 31st.
Perfect. So 31st, we are also celebrating. Although last day of the month, I celebrate everyone's birthday of that month. On that day, please think of some topic that you're going to talk about, and we'll talk about that. And I think your passionate speech in the conference, let's take it from there. And of course, the other things that you have said, let's take that. Okay, so 31st of August, please be prepared. And it's going to be with interesting thing with Nanchang is when you tell him about time. I told you in 30 minutes, he'll say India time or Nigeria time. So this time is not going to be in 30 minutes. Okay. So Lisa saying bye. So, okay, Lisa, thank you very much for coming in.
Bye.
Bye. And we still haven't been able to get Marina into the conversation. She's gone. Yes, Constantia, final, any closing remarks, anything?
What else could I say? Vikram, you rock and
Wow.
you make the world rock. So let's stay together. Peace
Thank you
and
very
love.
much. Thank you very much, Constantia.
Congratulations on your birthday, on your project. To be with you in this Disneyland permanent project is
Disneyland of
very
Media.
good.
Yes, thank you very much. And Isaac wants to, of course, please, Isaac, your closing remarks.
Thank you, Vikram, and thank you for all the things that you've been doing for mediation and to also promote peace all over the world, and for creating this day as World Mediators Day and such a special day to you as well. So all that I ask for is more strength to accomplish most of the tasks ahead of you. You are doing excellent job already, and we pray for more strength and more growth. Thank you for having us and to connect with all the people around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isaac, for being involved. This is today's World Peacemakers Day, okay? World Mediators Day is 18th May on Ken Cloke's birthday. Please remember that. But and Nanchang, anything finally you want to say bye to us with some message? Of course, Nanchang has always good messages to give. Yes, Nanchang. Nanchang listens to everything, but it takes a little bit of time to react. Yes, Nanchang.
Yeah. So I will want to thank you for using this opportunity to celebrate World Mediators Day. I'm happy to be part of it. I will wish you a happy birthday once more. I will want to say that you should keep up doing the good works. You're actually creating value and making impact. And I pray that you will always find what is necessary to be able to keep doing these good works. And then my prayer is, I pray that a lot of people will get to, will key into this revolution and then make the world a better place so that we can experience more peace, more sanity in all that we do and in our environments, in our villages, in our localities. As you progress, as you keep doing it, I pray that a lot of people will develop the interest, they will develop the passion, and they will personally get themselves involved at all levels so that we can see how we can reduce the extent to which conflicts, disputes have created havoc on our society. Thank you once
Thank you,
again.
Nanchang. But please, you'll have to remember, Nanchang, today is World Peacemakers Day, World Mediators Day, 18th May. Okay? Please remember that. Okay,
Today is 19th.
19th July is World Peacemakers Day. The two different days, okay? 18th May is World Mediators Day, which you were part of the conference. It started on that day. We're trying dividing the two. Look, the peacemaker part of it, of course, everyone, mediators can be part of peacemakers. That's yes, but mediators separately, we have to deal with them separately, being a skill by itself. So that's why I kept that separately. So thank you very much. what I will do is at this point, I'll just cut the live stream and the recording. And of course, we can keep talking. So thank you very much, all of you. And of course, all those people who wished me on social media, thank you very much. It's nice to get those nice messages. Although do I need to, if someone has said something, maybe we can pick it up from there. I don't know. Isaac, you should have kept a tab on that. If anyone's commenting on LinkedIn or Facebook, we could have taken their messages. I did not actually think of doing that. One second.
Yes, you should have assigned me to do that.
Okay, so okay. Pascal said that. EA Ogbe. So we had two messages there. We had Kaina, thank you very much. Diana, Svetlana, Muhammad Bakiri, Sahista, of course, came here. Christina, Sultan Bera. Thank you very much. That's on LinkedIn. What about Facebook? Can you see something there on Facebook? Let me see.
I'm checking.
I am checking. Okay, so we had, this was in the morning one. We had
Okay.
Yuktanand, Hatim, Tina.
So we have
Sonal,
CB. So we have Porimina.
Let me see. Let me just say hi to everyone, of course. Let me just check. Although this video, I have to check this one first. So here, what do we have? We have Purnima, Freddie, Paul, Poonam Devi. Thank you very much for your wishes. So that's about it. So thank you very much.